time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoffs, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse. It's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will put it away to start the game. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. The Bruins offense will have the ball first. And Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week. Knows that people are out there questioning him, and I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will.
Found a seam on the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. With the catch, it's Brewer. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Bruins will hustle to the line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he's...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Army overcame a tough opponent, but not only that, a raucous crowd. The Black Knights tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-3. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. He's going to run it.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Handoff from the gun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Inside the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
Oh, what a move. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Buckeyes are on the move. They're going to ride this running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown, but the hit forces the incompletion.
Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UCLA will go back to work on offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Hauls it in. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? The Bruins moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Really nice looking throw there, and traditionally the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game, and if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A+ level week in and week out.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Alexander. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period. We look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break.
Easy.
Caught over the middle. It's Brewer. Smashes ahead. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Just keep slinging it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
UCLA, 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Orlando. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. The give to the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam! Clean hit for a minimal gain.
They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarter.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You could tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception. Stealing points now off the board.
Rush is on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. On the move, it's Woodside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and then hopefully move the football.
And the Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That's caught. It's Davis. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's got 98 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Brewer. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Bruins are in the hurry-up.
First down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Mendenhall. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. On the move at the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Mendenhall. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Offense in a bunch formation. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bruin! Fit it in the window for the score.
And earlier, this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the back in the middle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. He's got it. Quick step and go. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his...
Turning it on. It's on target and complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The short hands. It's Mendenhall. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires to the tight end. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. He's going to take off. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Off play action on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in the left.
Oh, he's got some space. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
That's reeled in. It's Alexander. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Ohio State.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Cricket.
Out of the gun. The running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Gives it on the option. Still on his feet at the 25. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Orji. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
To the air on first down. Moving away from pressure. He tried to get out of trouble, but he goes down for the sack. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. The throw. Gets open down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Bruins are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They want to throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to throw again. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Had to throw it before he wanted. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Never a doubt. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
He's taken down.
big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Unloads it downfield. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score.
Number 13, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Knight. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Grabbed on the outside, it's Knight. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Quick release by the QB. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll try to run for it. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on